Okay. Hello, we are here. We are, in fact, working on the dialogue system now. Why did I get a text right now? Okay, luckily it's a group chat, it does not pertain to me. Okay, so yesterday we were working on doing a bit of design for our where is this? History. Because that was all just this morning. Here we go. Goodness, that took a long time to find. Okay, so we did a little bit of planning, deciding what this dialogue system is going to look like and whatnot. Excuse me, I need to put a mute button. I don't know if I have a mute button. Can you do that? That's a good question, actually. Let me see. Properties. Don't know if I can. Let's see, stream audio. No. Here we go. Okay, I think that works, so I'm going to mute myself now. No, that did not work. Hold on, let me run that back. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay, unfortunately, it looks like it's a toggle. And that seems like a good way for me to mute myself and not know. Oh, here we go. Unfortunately, the buttons I used to mute are the same buttons that like automatically switch, like hit the forward and back in history in the browser, which is annoying. So I wonder if I can change these. Can we do it like this? No. We'll just leave them as they are, I guess. Oh, wait. Okay, we'll go with that for now and deal with it, I suppose. Okay, I think that works. Okay, sorry. Anyways, we were talking about this stuff. We were gonna do JSON, and then it was shared with me that JSON is a dumb way to do this, and we can do it all in the code and not have to deal with JSON stuff, turning it into a struct like I would have otherwise. So we get to skip a step and hopefully save on some processing. So we'll see how that works. Okay. What we need to work on now, as you can see, we have our little to-do list. Why is this so dark? I mean, it's dark mode, obviously, but... Okay, actually not important right now. Maybe we can talk to the radiator. Can I have, like, a little bit lighter? I want it to be a little bit lighter. Oof. Alright, whatever. Okay. Okay, we are working on this. We're going to be working on the main loop of the dialog manager, which is basically going to be looping through and running the dialog. This is my pseudocode, meaning this isn't exactly what it looks like. This is just a general idea of how it's supposed to work. Wonder if I gotta figure out how to get this spread, I guess, but it's okay. Okay. Well. Okay. I think we're just gonna be looking back and forth through this, to be honest. Okay. So we need to slightly edit this because this needs to have a way to actually. Oh, actually, well, we'll come back to this. For now, you can stay right there. We want to open up objects, dialog system. I don't think we actually want this at all. That can go away. Okay, dialog manager. You get to come down here with me, bud. I really want this to sit next to this. Is that too much to ask? That's unfortunate. Oh, this is a script that I can have this sit over this way. Okay. Don't mind me casually not knowing what I'm doing. Seriously? Bro, what? I just want this to sit next to this. I feel like this is not as complicated as this is wanting to make it out to be. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so we have our create event. The create event is code that is run as soon as the excuse me. As soon as the item is created. In this case, that currently is not necessary. The step event is run once every frame. So this is where we're gonna build our big loop, and what's gonna happen is we're gonna set this to basically we're gonna have this set to build up the like write out the text, and it's going to like display everything every frame. That's gonna be set up. So looking back at our pseudocode, say this loop is going to be the actual step loop. The dialog step is going to be this step. This is a terrible naming, but we need this to be named in some way that illustrates what point in the dialogue we're in, right? I don't know if like dialogue step might be fine. It feels a little confusing because the event is called the step event, but I don't know if that really matters. We need to know if we are displaying this text right now, if we're displaying this text right now, if we're displaying what we're displaying. That's what we need to know. And the actual details that are going to be stored in that quote dialogue step is going to be like, for example, this. Like this item here, which is the response to that. Right? That could be it. I guess it technically be this one. Well, it'd actually be that bracket, but it doesn't really matter. Or brace. So we could do dialogue blurb. I've failed to spell the word dialogue so many times the last 2 days. It is ridiculous. We'll do dialogue blurb. Okay, we're gonna start with an empty dialogue blurb. The dialogue blurb is going to have to equal. Well, first, okay, hold on. The initial dialogue blurb is going to be the entire dialogue struct. Yeah, okay, so we need to add variables. Okay. That is the whole dialogue struct, which is this whole thing. Why did this move again? Oh, because I moved that. Alright, this is getting really annoying, but it's fine, I'm sure. Okay. So this dialogue blurb is going to be the dialogue struct, and we want to get the dialogue out of it. Okay, what that is doing is it is going to this struct, which is this bracket down, and it's finding, okay, so we could get the chat sprite IDs item. These things are inside that, so those aren't accessible yet. Get the dialogue ID, in this case it's 0, or we could get the dialogue, and that's what we want. So it's just going to be this entire blah, all this, like all this, and that's what we want to start with. Yeah, okay, so that's good. Once we have that, we are going to do a couple things. We need to track what character we are on. And the reason we're doing this because I want to have it look like it's typing out the message, not just pasting the whole message. So we are going to want it to character to type. I don't know. That's actually like not the cleanest sounding naming convention, but it's probably fine. It's probably fine. We can change it later if we need to. It's going to start off at 0. Why is this not working? The dialogue blurb isn't actually going to change it, so I don't know what I'm doing. That we have it set at the beginning. In our actual loop, we want to display the sprite and the speaker. We're going to come back to that later. That's not what I'm going to do. I'm just going to write that down here. And then this is the part we're going to focus on right now, is actually typing out the text. Then eventually we'll get to showing responses. So this is where we're going to actually do the write out the text. So we need to have a flag basically checking if we are done writing out the text. So this is going to say if text is not printed, do something. Writing the text, I don't actually want to do a for loop. I don't want to do that. Oh, by the way, I'm stupid. All of this needs to not be here. All this needs to happen in the actual draw step, and I'm stupid. So this is kind of like the step event, but it just happens. It happens to be better for drawing stuff. I don't really remember why, but it is. Okay, character to type. That needs to stay here in the step event. Okay, so the writing the text, what we're going to do is we're going to, every frame, we're going to write out every character from the message up to the actual character to type. I'll change this to an S because I want to. And then after it's typed them all out, it'll wait for a command to move on to the next chunk of dialogue. Now, that'll only matter once we have multi-page text, which I did not think about. For now, however, we can skip that. I think we'll multi-page text will use it, like the struct will be set up the same. It's just going to be more based on like we'll put a special character that maybe it looks like or something to delineate a new line or like a new page. That is not complicated to do. Okay, so for the text we're going to need to write a for loop for check here. This will go in the step event. We'll check to see if all the text is printed, but we're not going to do that quite yet. For variable I no. That's sorry, I had that right. So for variable I equals 0, I less than or equal to characters to type I plus plus. I forget it to for loops. I think this is okay. 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 So we're going to type out every letter of every letter of the message. And how do I do that again? I want to get a certain number of characters from a string. Oh wait, string copy. Is that what I want? In this function, you can easily select a number of characters from within a string to be copied to another one. The first character string is always indexed as 1 and not 0 as you might expect. So to copy, for example, the first 5 characters of a string, you would have string dot or string copy string 1 5. Okay. Okay, that'll work. So we want to display text. Display text will equal. Oh, oops. String copy. We want string copy. First is the string we're copying, which will be. Well, I guess we should do it. Full line text will equal dialog blurb. Wait. Yeah, dialog blurb text. So it would find dialog and then would find this text. Okay. So it's going to be the string we're copying from is dialog. Oh. No, I'm sorry. Is full line text. The index is going to be starting from 1, and then the count is going to be I. Okay. We also actually need to write, before we do any of this, we need to draw the text box, which I wasn't super thinking about. If we go to the menuing system, I have a text box sprite. And this is 9 sliced, meaning it's chopped up in a way that we can change its shape without actually changing its scaling. It won't get all messed up. So I can just peek at this combat menu real quick to remember how I do this. Okay, so this is how we draw the background. Yeah, okay, well, I do this. We do need to set its X and Y values though. So this needs to be image index doesn't matter. Image index is only for if you're animating it, but if this only has 1 frame, it doesn't matter. I can just let it be 1. I guess it should technically be 0. So this width divided by sprite width and height divided by sprite height was to that was just to keep it. Let's see a width, so I can just set it this way. Height got changed, I believe. Yeah. So realistically, we can just pick a width and a height for this thing. We'll call the width 500. But wait, how big is our window? Actual. Our room is 1300 by. So we can do like 500 across and 200 up. We'll make it a domino. It'll be 500 by 250. This is, well, do 200. We'll do 400. 200. Oh. Yeah, I'll make it a little. We'll make it 500 wide. I can make it 550. Okay. That's the alpha. Oh crap. Oops. Oh, wait, that is a real one. Just kidding. Here's the alpha, less rotation. Oops. So we want that 0. This is a color mask that applies to the whole thing, so white just means it doesn't change anything. So this will actually draw the text box. This X and Y is what we need to figure out, though. What's the origin of this sprite? It's here. I feel like we actually wanted that to be centered. If we put that center, that's fine. It's gonna mess up where the menu is placed, but that doesn't. That's temporary, anyways. Okay. You know what? Actually, let's undo that. Use this one, which is literally the exact same thing. It got imported when I copied some stuff. Okay. Now let's just there you go. Boom. Easy. We're just using the other one now. Okay, so we need to change the X and Y coordinates of this. And what we actually want is to find our camera 0. That's not it. Oh no. Is this right? Oh yeah, okay, hold on. The camera properties are 700 wide, 350 tall. We might want to readjust that sizing then, but it's fine, to be honest. What we do want, however, is we want to latch onto this camera. So let's make this 300 tall and 150. 125 actually. Tall. 300 wide. Okay. So what we want is that's going to draw this. What we need to do is to put its X and Y positions actually on if we want to connect it to the camera. So text box X is going to equal something, and then text box Y is going to equal something. I think there's a function that gets the camera get active. Function could be used to retrieve the unique camera ID and value of currently active camera. Oh great. So we just want the active camera's X coordinate and the active camera's Y coordinate, and then we want to adjust those by half. So the camera, half of the width is 350, and if it starts here. So this direction we're going to be plus 350, and the height we actually want it to go up as well, which is down because I don't know why. That's going to be 185. So plus 185 plus 150. And then we just use these as our text box X and Y's. Oh, text box Y. Okay. Oh, oops. There we go. Okay. Now that should draw properly. And that's all well and good. The man, my family group chat's exploding. I hope nothing important's happening. Okay, so we have our text box now. So we're going to write the text, and the way we're going to do that is to, I think it's draw text. Draw text, great. I want draw text color. There's a bunch of functions that do stuff. So first is going to be, well, we actually want draw text extended color. Oh, good. Okay, this is what I'm, because it is the W here, which is how long, how many pixels wide the string can go before it wraps around. Okay, so first we need the X. So we also need to set our X and Y as well. So the actual text X and the Y, okay, text Y. So the text X needs to equal, does it actually return the ID? Does not. That's annoying. The text box ID equals instance find, should be instance find. Oh wait, crap. Okay, this actually doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm doing this. We want to, we already have, I was doing that to try and find the text box X and the text box Y, but we already have it right there. So the text X is going to be the text box X, probably plus like, I don't know, 20 pixels. We're gonna have to change that though. I'd say text padding equals 20. Text box. Okay. And then we just need the text X and text Y. Here's the text X. Here's the text Y. The string itself is the display text. What is this? Next parameter. Distance in pixels between lines of text. Call it. The space between actual letters is going to be 1 pixel with our current font. So I guess we'll do 2 here and see how that works. How long in pixels can this be before it wraps around? Well, that is simple. That is going to be the text box width text box width minus, actually I don't want all this arithmetic to be right in there. What I want is the text wrap length to equal text box width minus 2 times the text padding. Meaning we'll have the width of the whole box minus the padding on both sides. That's how long we are allowing the text to be before it wraps around. Oh. Yeah, okay. I forgot I have to put this in front of all of these. I've been writing in Python too much. Okay. Okay. Then we have a bunch of colors. We just want it all black. You can put in hex codes for this, but it's also just built in, so it's okay. And the alpha, we want to be 1. The alpha is it's transparency, basically. Okay, and this should work. This should type out however many letters we have on the entire text box, and then it will, each frame, it'll increment that by 1. Okay. I'm sure if I just try this, it'll totally work first try, no questions asked. But in case it doesn't, let's test it now before we keep going. Okay. So what we're going to do to test it is I'm just going to go to my combat menu. And I'm going to add an option under spells, I guess. Case 1. Actually, I don't even know if I do this right here. Actually, instead of that, let's just I'm just going to say, let's just tax. What's the best way to do this, actually? Okay, I know the best way to do this. The best way to do this is to just go to, I'm trying to figure out how to get to run this function without doing anything clunky and confusing. But I'm just going to do something clunky and confusing instead. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to go to Aaron and just make one of his items do this. Okay. We want to instance create depth. The X will be my own X, the Y will be my own Y. The depth will be minus 1,000 because I don't care. The object is going to be a dialog manager. And then the strut containing its variables is going to be the most important thing. The first one is, what is the variable that we are looking for? Whole dialog struct. Oh no. I lost him. Oh, it's right here. So it's whole dialog struct. Oh no. Whole dialog struct. We want it to be global dialog struct, which is where I currently have that one stored. In theory, this should just work. So I'm gonna go. What happens is I'm gonna go use the elixir, and it should pop up. It should pop up, and it should print the first line of text from the dialog. Oh no! I have a bunch of syntax errors. Only map data type can be used to be done. Wait, how am I supposed to do it like this? Oops. Oh, this also needs to be. Okay, let's try that again. Just a couple syntax errors. Ain't nothing wrong with the little syntax errors. Am I dumb? I am dumb. More syntax errors. Excuse me. Alright, more syntax errors. More syntax errors, huh? What? It's I don't know why it's trying to do anything here. We don't even have a dialog manager out. It said it can't find a camera. I don't even know why it's running this code yet. But it's saying it can't find the camera, basically. How did I do this before? Okay, let's just do this. It just says we should be able to do get active. Above gets the camera ID of the active camera, sets the view camera for port 0 to use it. What? Oh, that's the second part there. Does that work? It should be the first camera, so let's try that. Same problem. There's no instance. Well, that's annoying. Camera's right there. But doesn't it work? What is this? That's Roy. That's Aaron. What's this? Settings? Settings. I must say I am a bit confused. Hello. The click clack of the code is it's going. I'm confused why this isn't running right now. It's like mad that it can't find the camera, but the code that's trying to find the camera shouldn't even be happening. So I don't know what to do. Wait. You know what? Let me try this. I think it's camera get. There's a camera view. I was just looking at this. Not that. Camera get view X. That might work. Camera get view X. Camera ID 0. Well, I guess technically it would be camera get active. Does that work? It should crash. Oh, good. The question is, did it crash here or did it crash here? The good news is it crashed here. I don't know why that's how that works, but okay. It wasn't that the camera wasn't there, it was that the way I was trying to access its X coordinate was broken. Okay. Please launch. Okay. Well. Okay. It is writing the dialogue it's supposed to write out. It is very big. I don't know why it's very big. Oh, I know what happened. No, it's okay. It's okay. I know what happened. Okay. I did not. Okay. So, where are we? Here. Here's the text box width. This is not exactly right. If you read here, I have it set to 300 because 300 pixels. But if you look here at the X scale, it's the scaling of it as a multiplier. So it's 300 times bigger than it's supposed to be. So let's just add a couple more variables here. Sprites width. Here, actually, let's do it this way. We'll add a sprite for it. So this is the way. Oh, actually, sprites. Oh, that's just already a thing. Great. I don't even have to. So we want this to be divided by the sprite width. And we'll just go ahead and be good programmers and write everything out properly. Text box height divided by the sprite. Sprite height. And this will be sprite height. Okay. So now it should be smaller. The text is probably still going to mess up and jump all over itself because I have it set to only be 2 pixels apart. But maybe let's set the... I forgot that the pixels themselves are also tall. They're like 10 pixels or something. Here, actually... Here's the font. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pixels. plus a pixel on the other side. If we want a 2 pixel space, we need to set it to 10, which is like fine. We can try that and go from there. Okay, let's see what happens. It's also not supposed to just spawn. I don't know why it's just spawning. It's not supposed to. Which actually makes me... Hold on. Actually, hold on. Why is it just spawning? How many instances do we have? See, none of this stuff should just spawn it. It's spawning by itself, and I don't know why. Something is making it spawn. Okay. Why did it change size like that? Okay, listen. There are definitely a lot of issues going on right now. We can all agree. But something notable is this text is properly being pulled from this giant blurb of data. So that's good. That part worked without question. And that's a lovely thing. Okay, so this padding is just way too high, I guess. Padding is 20 pixels. Let's... Well... Here. Let's do that. I don't know if that's even the right way to go about it, to be honest. No, that can't be right, actually. That's garbage. Let's just do... That also doesn't seem right. 25 pixels? I'm very confused why it's starting like that and then changing. Oh, I know why that is. Because it's using a default font before I give it the font that I wrote. Either way, I don't know why it's spawning immediately. It's not supposed to. So like that's what I'm confused about. Oh, I'm stupid. I know exactly what's happening. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's just let's make another thing over here. Fake item. Text. Text test. Text box test. Great, I don't care about the rest of that. I do, however, need this to say something different. We can just have this show debug message. Okay, whatever. I feel like this should not give me text. The text wants to live outside of the work. Oh yeah, it was like that though. Why is it spawning? This should not be spawning, and I don't understand why it is. Okay, you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. You ready for this? This is what we're gonna do. This is gonna be the stupidest debugging you've ever seen. We're gonna change the name of this object. Okay. Now, whatever tried to create it by name is going to fail to do so and throw an error. So I can go find where it's trying to be created. Huh? Alright, well... That doesn't make any sense. So... What? It's like it's creating itself. Okay, it's literally like there's already one sitting out here somewhere, and that is simply not the case. Because it would be on this list right here if it were. I don't understand. I've never been so confused in my entire life. But wait, I'm curious what are your thoughts on... I don't know if you read through that disqualification discussion or not, but if you did, I'm kind of curious on your thoughts about it. You know what? We're just going to say this and restart Game Maker. Every now and then, restarting whatever you have open fixes the problem. Let's give it a shot, eh? I've never been so confused, by the way. Okay. Got a bunch of unreachable code. It's a lot of unreachable code. Oh, that's fine. We'll fix that. Okay. Let's see what happens. Okay, good. Okay, and this is why sloppy code comes back to bite you in the butt later. I didn't know Aaron I didn't realize this code got created. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is not sloppy code. This is perfectly correct. So wait, this is getting run? It shouldn't be. This code right here should not be getting run. I don't know if it works when I have audio on my phone or my phone in my hands, but I'm here with you in spirit. Okay, well, I appreciate you are here with me in spirit. We're currently experiencing some interesting situations going on. Okay, so this right here, for some reason, is like actually running this code when it's not supposed to yet. Like, I don't understand why. Giving you some views. I'll hop on chat when I finish my class at 10:30. Great. I should. I don't know. I'll probably still be around, or a little bit around then. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Okay, this should not work, and yet I'm confident that it will. Okay, great. Don't worry about the dumb menu sizing. It's supposed to be that way. Okay. So I should be able to go to inventory. Oh, hold on. I forgot to actually add my test to my inventory. Okay. So what should happen now is when I click text box test, it should put the text on the text box. Are we ready? Variable unknown object dot y was not set before reading it. Combat manager, line 173. Wait, combat manager? What was the problem here? Okay, combat manager 173. Results. Oh, it's supposed to return that in results. Okay, whatever. This might work. That's the same problem. Self dot details dot plus. That works. Return these items. What's the problem here now? Oh. Okay, whatever. This can just be 0, 0, then this shouldn't even matter. Because we're changing where it's getting put in. My TLDR on that is I think that, yeah, it's crappy if the judge just watched and let him do that, but otherwise it's technically what they're supposed to do. But honestly, kicking the guy out was the... Yeah, I don't know about actually kicking the guy out. Again, we don't know all the information and probably won't. But I imagine he got actually kicked out of the venue because of his aggressive actions. Which, to be honest, I do not think were that, as described in his own perspective, I do not think they were that bad, or even, like, I would probably do the same thing, you know? I don't think he got kicked out for the infraction. That is, however, exactly like you and some other people said, that it's a textbook example of a improperly deciding a winner infraction, which does carry a game loss or a match loss. Which game loss is what, or a match loss was what was I'm sorry, match loss or disqualification. Match loss is what was given to him initially, and the disqualification likely also came after the aggressive actions taken. But yeah, definitely crappy all around. Let's see if this works. Okay, I mean that works, and the length of it looks pretty good, and the spacing looks pretty good. I don't know why it's in the middle. that's a little odd to me. I actually have zero idea why it's in the middle. Oh, what? Okay. So the text is being drawn. What if I just set the text padding to like super high and figure out what direction it's going? Okay, oh, the text is just gone. Oh, and by the way, ignore those sound effects. Yeah, that's actually my own voice. I just needed a sound effect and just jumped into Audacity and made it. But I don't know. It's actually good. Okay, let's just say the text padding is 0. So we're not actually changing anything. This is just setting it to the same spot. Oh. That text typing looks really good. I don't know why. So it's trying to start exactly centered. So really what we need is we need to go back. I want this to start from the top corner. Can I find the top corner of a sprite? Is that a thing I can do? That'd be great. Can I find? Okay, but I'm stupid actually. So I already know the text box width. I should actually just go here, by the way. So the text box width is that. I just need to add or subtract half of it. Text box padding X. We just need to have separate paddings. So this needs to be the text box width divided by 2. Yeah, I just want half of it. And then this will be, of course, the height. Maybe that'll make it fit better. Oh, that makes sense. My bad. I forgot to actually then plug these in here. Text place. Okay. All right. Let's see if this looks better. Well, it seems the text is simply not present. Okay. Oh my gosh. That doesn't make sense, does it? It's like moving the text the wrong way. Maybe this needs to be minus for one thing. X probably does. I keep getting confused which direction this thing, like the directions are. Okay, I don't see the text anywhere. I don't think I'm alone in not seeing the text anywhere. Okay, so the text box is the text box X minus the padding, which is should be pretty small. Look at the sprite width is. I'm feeling like this should be small, like this sprite that we're talking about here. It's 48 pixels by 48 pixels. Okay. So which means, all right, let's do some math here. Okay. 300 divided by 48 is 6 1/4. Divided by 2 is 3.125. That's the padding this should be, right? 300 divided by the sprite width, which is 48. And then that value divided by 2. So we're talking a little more than 3 pixels. So I don't know. Let's try this for a second. I might have messed it up with the text box width. Okay, alright, I know exactly what I did. Well, this is interesting. It cuts off words and then restarts the word. We have dialogue lie like he here. That's a little weird, but okay. Alright, so what was happening there? What was happening is I told it that you only get like 6 pixels before you have to wrap around. And every single character is bigger than 6 pixels wide. So it was freaking out and just not printing anything. Or it's printing them infinitely low. I'm not sure which. Okay. So now we just have to find a new text wrap. But also, it doesn't matter because it still is placing everything wrong. Which is really annoying. Maybe it is supposed to be plus now we figured that out though. Let's see what happens here. Rap text kind of funny. Unfortunately, I have to go. My ears are required to work. Remind me, imagine tonight that I have an idea for you to add to this game. Okay. I'm going to be there early-ish, by the way, setting up because I'm going to be streaming the first day of the league and maybe every day of the league. I don't know. So if you want to either help me get that set up or show up early for gaming, do that. I should be there early. For some reason, it's just like refusing to move the text, and I don't know why. I want to get a specific pixel. Find corner pixel of a sprite. I don't want... Okay, I'm really confused right now, to be honest. Can you please? Because... Wait a minute. Actually, hold on a second. I might just be very dumb. Dude, that text is still just not wanting to do the thing. Oh, we really have to do this. Okay, it's moving a slight amount, but I need it to move a lot, like a lot. So now if I do this, I think it should not even be on the actual text box. Okay, see, it just did barely move. Like, it moved a little bit. I know, because this T from last time was over there. This doesn't make any sense. I want to tie it to the top left corner of this sprite. What if I do this? Is this stupid? Can I just multiply by the sprite width? Is this stupid? I feel like this is just gonna not even be on the screen anymore. Okay, now it's up here. So that's too far. Okay. We just multiply it by 0.5 and then it magically works. Okay. It's now seemingly tied exactly to the top corner of the text box. I don't... You know, it doesn't matter. That... Okay, so here's... Okay, this is stupid. This needs to come off. These need to go right back where they were. Where I said they were dumb. Okay. So that's the number of pixels tall and wide it is, because it's scaled up by that much divided by the pixel width. So it's just, yeah, that's how many pixels tall it is. Okay, yeah, I see what I did wrong. And it was messy. Okay, so the text should be this value minus some flat value. It should be plus some kind of flat value. I'd say 10 pixels, and then we'll go from there. Okay, does it look beautiful? Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay. Okay, it's all the way down here now. What happened? I don't understand. I don't understand. Oh, I'm stupid. I was taking the box padding and then like increasing it when I was supposed to decrease it. Okay, so now we want... This should actually work as is again. Theoretically. Well, that's incorrect. Text box width, right? Minus the X padding twice. It's supposed to be. Well, that doesn't make any sense. So the text in this example, right? Text box width is 300, which makes this 150 minus 10 is 140. That's a lot of padding. That doesn't make any sense why the padding is that high, actually. Wait, why is the padding? Why is the padding so big? Text drop, it should be the text box minus the padding, but I think I'm getting the padding wrong. So the padding, this music is weird. It sounds like my headphones aren't on right. It's like an AI anime girl there. That's cool. Okay, so I just said that out loud, realizing no one can actually see this. It just caught me off guard when I looked on my other monitor. Okay. So width of the text box is 300. Half of that is 150. Minus the bonus is 140. So I guess I don't see how that padding makes any sense. Oh, because the padding is functioning from the center of the box, not the sides of the box. Okay. In that case, I probably want this to be... This might also work at 0.5 then? I'm not necessarily confident in that. That doesn't actually sound right at all. Hold on, back up. It should be the text box width minus the exterior padding twice. As we have it, that exterior padding is 300. It's just 10 pixels, so it's just the bonus padding. So we want 2x text bonus padding. Let's see how that looks. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. We love it. Unfortunately, that's annoying. Can we control F? We have to replace all of these characters with normal apostrophes. Now we should have commas or apostrophes. Okay, so as you can see, I think, yeah, you can see. Wait, what happened when don't? Lost its apostrophe too. Okay, whatever. look got cut off and then reprinted the whole word here. And I have no idea why that's happening. This just doesn't have a apostrophe. It's fine. So that's kind of weird. And I don't know why that is. If we go back and look at my function, it's not a function, just a block of code. I think that's a glitch with this function as is. Let's do some Googling. Seems like the best way to solve this. When I write down some text with a draw text and then it breaks lines in one part of a word and then writes the entire word again on the next line, does anyone know why this happens? So she's been doing it for a while now. One notable thing is that there's a typewriter effect to the dialogues, and when I fast forward the typewriter effect on the current page of word, that comes first and the birth one later. Because the lazy typewriter method that slowly included more and more of the text, but if you're drawing the text on something since the before part is still visible, the previous line, I would recommend getting some code that is just line breaks where needed. That way you won't have this problem. Okay, that didn't really solve my problem at all. I mean, other people are having this issue. Better. I think I know what's going on here. The issue is that I'm trying to. It's trying to like when I'm writing out all this text, it doesn't know. Here, actually, let me pull it up so I can show you. Okay. When it gets to here, it doesn't know that there's more text and it needs to continue. So, like, what's actually happening is it thinks that it stopped here and started writing here. The problem is that it doesn't know that when it's right here. It doesn't know there's more text. So that's annoying. Because, like, if we just didn't do this the way we're doing this, right? If I just did this instead of doing let's say I never drew this here, okay? Instead I just drew it here. Actually, let's just, if I just did it this way and just printed the entire text at once, forgetting about the loop to make it type out. This is what we do. It would just, yeah, see, it doesn't do this. So it's because we're actually typing it out that it's a problem, which is annoying because I really like that. So we got to figure out how to fix it. I suppose we need to figure out how to make it know just like how to go to a new file, and I don't know the best way to do that actually. Could be that going one character at a time is too slow. Could be, I can look, if I just set this to characters type is plus equal 3, and it types 3 characters at a time. It might still have the same problem, but it'll go faster and it might not. Okay, same problem. What if we do 5? I actually do like that more than 3 than I do 1 though. Okay, so that isn't actually the issue. I was wrong about that. Okay. Oh, you know what? How about this? What if instead of copying the string a certain number of characters, no, that doesn't make sense. Hold on. like there's something I'm like about to figure out. I feel like I'm about to break in. I was on the verge of something. I lost my train of thought, which is very annoying when that happens, by the way. Okay, so I might be very dumb. What if we just do this? What if we don't draw the text tons and tons of times every frame, and instead we just draw it here? What if we do this? We just draw it once in the frame instead of drawing it several times in the frame. So at the end, it should work. Gaming. Now, you might have noticed it did start to type out the word look here and then move it back down here. Which is like not the best, but that's a solution that I think works. And is a very, very, very small potatoes issue. So that'll work for me. And by the way, this text could be super much longer. Call that ASMR, and it should work just fine. Yes, you can see words get deleted out the end, but also these are very poor examples. These are like big long words, right? Like words aren't normally this long. Like that was not how it's really gonna look. Okay. That's good. So that works now. Lovely. Love that. Very happy. Okay. I don't know what I'm going over there for. We're meant to go here. How's that look? Okay. Alright, alright. Okay. Okay. Great. We have done some stuff now. Check if the text is printed. Oh. Let's see. GS. Okay. Alright. So this is going to check if characters type is greater than or equal greater than or equal to the full string length, full line text. We need to do a couple things. First is to just set them equal, because we don't want it to overflow. Second, we want to set text is equal to true. Great, that was easy. So this may not actually make it to the final game. It's just an example. If we can like give it a little button, or like illustrate like pressing a button to indicate that you can continue by pressing a button. Okay, display the speaker name and the speaker sprite. Now that goes over here. We're going to need a function. That function is going to need to be up here probably. Function get speaker sprite. Okay, so we want to go to the whole dialog struct. All sprites equals dot chat sprite IDs. Oh, I'm just about started writing Python. I need a for loop template, please. Thank you. Okay, so for all sprites, if all sprites I dot name equals the input name sprite index equals all sprites I dot sprite ID. That should be it. So the speaker sprite will be dialogue blurb dot speaker so the speaker sprite. Ooh, gotta put in var. Var speaker sprite equal dialogue blurb dot no, we actually want to. There's the dialogue. Let's do get speaker sprite for the speaker. What? What? Gave it a name. What? It says it takes no more than 0 arguments that one are provided. Did I mess something up? So when you're writing, I don't know why this isn't working. Yes, it is your shirt again. You keep leaving them out for me. I don't know what to tell you. They're big and comfy. And I like big and comfy shirts. I don't know what to tell you. I suppose this doesn't actually have to pass in a thing, because we can just do this. Guess that technically could work. You do keep leaving them out for me. So thank you. I appreciate it. Look, we have text that types itself out. Ignore the fact that combat is going to be going on in the background when I do this. But look, check it out. Oh. Oh no. Alright, sorry, try that again. Look. The text types out now. I can also make it type out slower. I'll do this. So that's fun. And it's not just like that text is pulled directly from the actual dialogue blurb. So that's fun. Just the 2 for now, I think. It was a bit fast. But yeah, very fancy. Stuff is happening. Now I'm sort of kind of working on displaying the speaker. We also got to figure out where to put the speaker's name. And like, to be honest, I don't even know if I want to get too deep into like exactly how setting up the speaker's name and sprite works, because like in broad strokes I already know how to do it. So it's really just down to actual implementation, but the actual implementation is going to be dependent on how we decide to design it, you know? So I don't really want to like get in the weeds about that yet. I also didn't think about this. We have to figure out how to make it, like if there's so much text that it's going to take multiple boxes to get through. Actually, I guess that can be taken care of here, can't it? It can. So that's good. Whenever I build a Python script to deal with it, I can just figure out how many. This text is too much. It'll be fine. So yeah. Okay, well. So this is actually gonna go back on the back burner because I don't really want that to be there yet for reasons I just described. Display response options, move text, move to next line, skip through text. Let's put that here for now. Okay. Okay, so we have major text, flag, respondable, response options. We need this to dialogue blurb needs to be set equal to itself response options. I do not think, I'm letting it be known, I don't think this is going to work. It's either going to get to the end of the text and then crash. This actually has to reset. Okay, it needs to get to the end of the text block and then it's either going to crash or start another bit of text and then crash after that's done. Or maybe a couple iterations of that. I think it's going to get to the end of the first text block and then crash. That's what I think it's going to happen. Okay, so we got through the first text. Take bets. If I was a betting man, I would have won that. Try next which a variable which is not in. Okay, so how can I pick the first option out of a struct? I probably can't. How do we do a struct? I don't think I can. Oh. That makes sense. I don't actually want to look through it, I just want the first one. Okay. I don't. Again, this isn't actually how we're gonna do it. I just want to see if it works. This is just gonna automatically pick the first option, which is not what we're gonna do because there will be like dialogue options. I just want to see if it actually continues to go through it. Nope. Enable to convert string college to integer. Okay. Probably because this is supposed to be 0. It doesn't actually matter though. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm very dumb, actually. Okay, again, this is the same thing. It's just that I did it right. It's just picking the first option. Right, but it absolutely is though. Literally right here. So like, what are you talking about? That actually doesn't even make sense. I'm just trying to test here. Okay, will that work? I'm getting bogged down in this code that doesn't actually matter. Okay, great. That's good. So it continued. Wait, that actually is weird. Hold on. What was that error? That doesn't make any sense. That was from So you want to show error message. I'll show a debug message. Come on, Ash, what are you doing? That's fine. That's weird. So you keep trying something different until it works. That's pretty much how programming works. Yeah, pretty much. Really, what's going on here is I'm getting bogged down by the like little nitty gritty of the syntax, not knowing exactly how it wants me to type it. Like I know what I'm trying to do. It's just a question of like actually writing, like typing it the correct way because it's different in every programming language. Like, yeah. Like I was trying to get this struct, basically a list of unordered variables, and I wanted to get just the first one out of it. Technically, this would be the first one apparently because of the way it works, but whatever. I just want to get the first one out of it, and I had to do all this hullabaloo to do that, right? That's what I had to do. But like in Python, I wouldn't have to do. I don't know exactly how this first one would look, but I wouldn't have to do any of this. I would literally just have to do like that. That's all it would have to be. So like, you know, it's just different in like each language. So I have to figure out exactly how it wants me to do that. Okay, but let's check what I was doing. Yeah, for some reason it's going into this. I was gonna put down about response options. Like response options should not open up into that. Oh. Well, that doesn't. No, that still doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know why it thinks this is my response options. You know. This is gonna crash too. Oh, you can't do that? Yeah, that's annoying. Whatever then. So if does that change anything? It might not crash. Okay, it crashed. I don't even know why I was trying to do that, but that's okay. I don't know why this is happening. Is it because there's not more stuff here in this response options? Like, that's possible. Why did not work? Oh wait, am I dumb? I might be dumb. The heck? The wrong number of these things. Very confused, to be honest. Okay, whatever. Let's just do this instead. Okay. Now, if it works, maybe Duncan. They're not terrible. I'm telling you, they're fine. Okay. Now we're gonna see if this will loop through the same two things twice and then crash. No. Why are you trying to convert that to an integer? What kind did you get? And why does it have sprinkles? Chocolate sprinkle? Called it. I have called it. Set to not place of this system that I should do clean the unlimited virus. Okay, I don't know what that virus. Sure did. You like your sprinkles, man. I'm just aware of this fact. I cannot figure out why it wants to convert this string to an integer. Maybe that'll work. I don't see in a million years why this would work, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. Hail Mary, you know. Okay, didn't work. I don't know why this wants to turn it into text or into an integer. Alright, time to whip out the debugger. Okay. The debugger lets you look at values and stuff at any given point. So I want to know okay, nothing is here. Where's my where are my variables? Okay. spam this several million times real quick. Ah! 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 Okay. We can close the debugger. Okay. So what's happening here is I am messing up. I'm setting the dialogue blurb. No, that... For some reason that I can't figure out, the response options okay, so okay. I go into dialogue. Dialogue is my first blurb. I go to get my text. I go to dialogue blurb text. Okay. Great. Next, I print that text and then I go to my response options within my dialogue blurb. So I go to dialogue, which is my blurb, response options. This stuff. I want the second option. So here's the first option is Erkenstead. Second option, college. Okay. We'll say the first option, which is because these are in order. Silence. Well, I guess this is working. It just for some reason thinks that's an integer, and I don't know why it thinks that's an integer. Trying to convert this string to an integer, and I don't know why. Also, ignore the Lord of the Rings quote in my code. I'm confused, is what I am. I don't know why this isn't working. Also, I noticed my camera is a little bit sideways. I should turn it this way, a little more at me. Anyways, yeah, so I just don't know why it's not working. I don't know why it's trying to turn this into this. Even told me that that was an error number or something. It did not give me an error number. But I googled it and found it. Or I'm able to turn this string into that. I just don't know why it's trying to do that is all. Let's do. Will that magically work? I was trying to convert an empty string into I'm trying to investigate this again. Okay, I'm gonna try something, and if this works, I'm going to be frustrated in a happy it's over with kind of way. Okay. Did not work. See what happens here. This should still crash. I just should maybe learn something. Am I high? No. I'm not high. I also doubt this is really going to tell me much of anything insightful. Oh. I'm just kidding, I did learn something. Supposed to print that. Set. That's so weird. This makes no sense because we're going into here. Oh my gosh. I think I'm a huge dummy. Bro. Bruh. Okay, let's just really quick. This technically should be this then. Never mind, that's stupid. Okay. This is dumb, but it might work. Okay. Different error. We got a different error. Okay, that wasn't supposed to crash. Let's try this one. Dude, what really we're looking for? No, we want to know response. Okay, let's run that back. I think finally now this is going to run through the dialogue and just stop. We did it! We did it! Okay, good. That's good. I'm gonna set this now, which is 0.5. And yay, we did it. Thank you for the support. You rock. Blah, 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 blah. I do need to make a quick edit here. Where's... Here, just a type. I want to watch that back slower. You can be mod. Give me a second. I'll make you mod. Don't worry. Okay, so it kind of skipped some of that dialogue, which is annoying. I think I have to do this in the browser, actually. No, you stay here. Well, actually, you don't do that, actually.
A baby dog. You are allowed to be on the leaderboard, Colin.
Please no. Right, there you go. Whoa, what? Oh, duh. I gotta reset characters to type out to 0. I always forget to reset these kind of counter variables. Yeah, you heard someone else's stream on Twitch. Okay. I hope this works this time. It should type out each message instead of typing out one and then spamming the other ones. We did it! There is this little clunkiness of it immediately moves on to the next dialogue page, so it doesn't like pause or anything. But that was not exactly how it was going to work. That is just so we could see that it actually goes through the different bits of dialogue. Yes, you have a sword. You have moderator sword privileges. So whenever a bot comes in and tries to sell me followers, you go take care of that. Okay. I only say that because it happened yesterday. Luckily Matt took care of it, or Jonesy took care of it. I think Jonesy took care of it. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, so we can set this to only do this now that we have our input system built. So it's only going to work if all the text is printed and input enter, I guess. That is how we did it, right? I'm not stupid. Scripts. Input manager. Enter. Okay. Okay, now it should not move on to the next. Yes, I know you're a pro. I'm sorry. Okay, now it should. Once it finishes this, it should not actually do anything until I press enter. This is so easy. Programming so easy. Look at this. Build good systems and everything just works. Let's go. Okay. Now we can also just set this so let's do input enter. Well, first let's just leave that as is, and then try this again. Okay, with the gamepad. Okay, gamepad set up. I can cycle through this menu, which is good, but now I really should have set the speed of this text to go faster again, but it's okay. So now this is not gonna work. This A button should not work. Okay, the A button worked actually. Never mind. Oh wait, hold on. I know why. Because down here I have enter. Yeah, enter just checks for A button already. Okay, well great. In that case it already works. I thought I was gonna have to add that. But that just works. That being said, it should not work. Or what should not work is now that I have the controller plugged in, the keyboard shouldn't work. Yeah, see the keyboard doesn't do anything, but the controller will work. But if I unplug the controller, now the keyboard, great, okay. Easy! I don't know why I did that. I'm just very excited that it's working. Okay, so let's go back here. Change this before I freaking die. We can also add well, we'll add that later actually. There's not really a specific order we have to do these in because they're all happening every frame anyways. But this needs to say excuse me. This needs to say it needs to check for if there is more text but not current, and we need a page break and indicate with spread. So what I mean by this is, like, I want it to pop up and say, like, there needs to be an indicator that there's more text to read. You just have to hit A to keep reading, right? Like, that's what I mean by that. So we can come back to that later. Because I don't want to do it right now. Age responsibility. Before I forget, actually, we should also make this a parent of the pausing object. Which inherently doesn't do anything, but it... Oh, it does do... Oh, yeah. Oh. Okay, actually, I don't know how this works. Maybe we don't actually want that. Let's have no parent for now. We'll come back to that if we need to. Okay, so we wrote a bunch of code. We have this works now. Let me try this. This might not work. And this is definitely not how we will actually do this. But I'm gonna try anyways. So I want this to say speaker plus new line plus full line text. Okay, I don't think this is actually going to work. I'm going to give it a shot. And this is also not how we would actually do it. I'm just kind of testing to see if that even worked. Okay, that's exactly what I thought. Execution error. Can you just not add strings? Source names from this way, will that work? Oh! Hey! Look, it's Baldock. And then it's Aaron. Well, that's interesting. Why'd that stop? Oh, I know why that stopped. Because I'm dumb. We need to start at speaker.length. This actually might just be a good way to do this, to be honest. Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised it worked, to be honest. Oh, we borked it. We borked it. Okay, that should work. Hey! That looks like some video game dialogue to me. And then, look, all you have to do is change this big blurb, which is how we will be getting game text. So instead of this thing, we'll just have them, say example. That's your look, and then look. Then he just says a different thing. Easy, easy. And then, of course, Aaron doesn't know Spanish, so he responds differently. All right. Some astute viewers might have noticed just now that I was, in fact, still interacting with the background, which is not normally the goal, but it's not actually that big a deal either. Easy. I know, that's what I've been saying. Okay. You might notice I could actually still interact in the background. That's not a big deal. We'll figure that out later. Okay. We have that done. Let's go. Next thing. Okay, and we can skip through text. That's also done. This is kind of here, but not really. It's there as a test, but like not realistically going to be there, I don't think. I'll probably have it in a separate bubble, like above the actual thing. I don't know, though. We can leave it as it is for now. We're never gonna get around to this. It's just that's like we're so off of working on combat right now. That's like not even here. Actually, that's not even gonna be on this to-do list. It's gonna be on the long-term to-do list. So our next thing we're gonna work on is displaying response options, which I will work on tomorrow because I am about programming out for today. I'm so glad you were here, Grace in particular, but could you please come back down here, friend? You're very nice over here, I swear. Okay. So yeah, that is some good progress made for today, if you ask me. Not that anyone did, but I'm pretty happy, I must say. Okay, look at all this stuff that's been changed and updated. Okay. Alright. Love you too. I hate the Twitch emoticons though, they look scary. Like creepy little clowns. Okay. That is going to be me for today. I am now going to go play at least one game of League of Legends before I leave for the day. And do some collecting of stuff. See you around.